Alright, now we're going to go to 3rd Nephi. Just give me a second. Third Nephi, chapter 22. Verse 13 through 17. Alright, now this is going back to the peace that we shall have, the righteous, okay? Which, like, it would be strange to most people, but I'm literally at peace. Why? Because I've chosen to change my flesh to follow after the righteous ways of the Messiah. There are still things that is still a part of me, like, smoking. I know that's bad for me and my body, but I literally made a conscious choice to refrain from the eating of the innocent creatures upon the face of the earth that are going through much affliction and brutalization, murder, slaughter. Like, I've chosen to not partake of the blood of his innocent creation. And that's one of the deadly sins that will cause your soul to perish, basically. That will cause death to your spirit, alright? To where you will no longer cease to exist. That's one of the deadly sins that will cause you to eternal damnation, okay? The other one is fornication, sexual immorality. I have decided to abstain from all sexual immorality, all sexual impurity. Alright? That's another deadly sin that will cause you to be destroyed. Okay? These are traps of Satan that draw in a mass number of people unto utter destruction. Alright? And the other is riches. Okay? I ain't never had that problem. My problems was the flesh and the blood that I was feasting upon, and allowing my body to become morbidly obese, a literal walking abomination upon the face of the earth. That was my sin. My sin was abusing my own body and feasting upon the flesh and the blood of the Father's innocent creation, causing my body to be polluted by all kinds of parasitical abominations, which manifest themselves as demons within our temples, which causes cravings for more evil spirits to enter into our body and control us, control our appetite. And already that was my problem that I had to overcome. And by the power and spirit of the Most High, I was able to overcome that. And I gave up eating flesh and blood September 11th of 2019. That was the first date that I was flesh and blood free. September 11th of 2019. 9/11 of 2019. And it took me a little bit to let go of the eggs and the cheese and the milk and the creamer and all of that. I was still unaware. It was stages. It was literally in stages. It first came with letting go of so-called unclean animals, the pig and the freaking seafood and all of that. It was in stages. You know, and then it came the letting go of the dairy in like late 2020, early 2021. And in 2021, sometime it was like, I think it was like May 29th or something like that of 2021, that I was able to overcome all sexual immorality. It's stages to this, okay? So, and like I said, I ain't never been one to have to overcome riches, okay? But I have turned down seeking after the wealth of this world. Several different times I felt in my spirit not to pursue certain things that I knew, like how our social security number is actually attached to a trust fund. Basically, okay, it's literally like your trust fund number or an account number. All right, so your social security number is an account number to like a trust fund. Okay, and when you're born, and you have a birth certificate created, like you become property of the state. Okay, you become property of the government, and they basically sell you. All right, you're sold and you're traded, and your account builds up this wealth, okay? And so there's a way that I had figured out how to find out what mine was, and I was astonished. I was literally astonished, and I should have took a screenshot of it. I probably did, but I don't know where the hell it's at now. I don't know where the hell I saved it, if I did. Cause man, I just got a whole bunch of stuff like scattered everywhere. I wish I was way more organized when it came to that, but I was gonna pursue getting that, and I felt in my spirit to not pursue it. You know, that whole long thing of basically taking back, you know, my identity and all of this, you know, becoming a sovereign citizen and, you know, not being under this governmental jurisdiction. Like, basically, the Father was like, you are in the situation that you're in because of the wickedness of your forefathers, and you are not going to get yourself up out of it. That is my job. So you need to just be patient and work on yourself. And so that's what I did. I let it go. I didn't fight against that unction in my spirit. You know, I listened and I obeyed that unction in my spirit. I didn't fight against it and continue to try to gain this. And see, what was happening was, as I was filling out the information, I was trying to, you know, go after this trust fund and whatnot. But I kept getting into these freaking stumbling blocks. And so anyway, it was like the door was being shut, and so I was seeking the Most High about it, and that's when he basically was like, you know, you need to not pursue this. And so I listened and I let it go. You know, even though I seen it was substantial amount. I'm talking billions. It was substantial amount of money. Like I was just in disbelief. I was like, it was blowing my mind. You know, like seriously. And so and this was a long time ago. You know, this was right when I was finding out who we were as a people and all of this. You know, it was so much information at one time, and you know, like, I was under the thought that maybe, you know, the Father was giving me back my wealth. You know, this is why I started pursuing it. But I was still seeking the Father at the same time. That's why I was like, Father, why is this so hard? Why am I encountering all of these stumbling blocks and obstacles? If this is of you, why isn't it easy for me to just get my trust fund? And that's when it was in my spirit that it ain't time for you. You're not going to get yourself up out of this captivity. What did my word say? What does it say? It says that no one is going to deliver you up out of this captivity but me. All right? So it just is what it is, man. You're either going to follow the unction and the leading of the Spirit of Yahushua HaMashiach, who the world calls Jesus, or by default, you're going to be following after the deceiver. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this protection of the righteous. And all thy children shall be taught of Yahusha, and great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Behold, they shall surely gather together against thee, not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. See, the Father is not going to allow these wicked sons of, I'm trying to keep it pure. Like I am trying to work on my profanity and not just let it fly. But man, sometimes it needs emphasis. I'm sorry, but sometimes it needs emphasis. And these demonic damn devils upon the face of this earth, it's time for them to die. It's time for the wicked to be destroyed, man. Like, the whole earth has been groaning and mourning and been in agony and turmoil for freaking hundreds of years, okay? All right? So the earth is fighting back. The earth itself is fighting back against these wicked devils, okay? Behold, they shall surely gather together against thee. Oh yeah. Don't doubt it that these wicked are going to gather together against us. They're already confederate against us. They've already been in the media. Bill Gates talking about, we gotta make sure that we vaccinate all the African Americans. We gotta make sure that they're taken care of. Oh yeah, you want to get us all, huh? You ain't getting me. All right, you ain't getting me. Behold, they shall surely gather together against thee, not by me. He's saying, not by me. They not gonna, cause they ain't working with the power of them. The Most High ain't working with them. He has turned his face back to his people. He has turned his face back to the ones that he found a little bit of light in us. He found a little bit of light in us, and he decided to work with us and change us from the inside out. This is what's happened. All right? And you don't want to come to face. You don't want to come to the realization that the Father literally tapped his people in the land of our captivity, brought back to our remembrance of who we are, have raised us up to speak these words, and our whole life is different. The fruit is produced in our life. You cannot deny that. Those that live around me, they can't deny that there is something different about me. They can't deny that they don't see this weight like dropping off of me. They can't deny that there's just something peculiar about me. Okay? They all know it. And it is that way with me around anybody. Like, I've always been, I've always stuck out like a sore thumb, like I don't belong here, Like, so it's normal for me. But this is what it is. Behold, they shall surely gather together against thee, not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. What does he say in Revelations 3:9? Let's go there. Hold on. Let's go with this. I'm going to get the exact wording of this, okay? Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Now let's go right back and read this here again. For our sake, whosoever shall gather together against us shall fall for our sake. For our sake. I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. All right? For our sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. See, He telling you right here that he created you Gentiles to do this. He brought you Gentiles over here to destroy us. Why did he do that? Well, I went over that in that series, Who Are the Real Israelites? So go give that a listen. Go give that a listen and be blessed. All right? Because that was led by the Spirit. The Spirit led me on creating that series and bringing that forth. And there may be some more videos coming to that. I don't know. There was some more notations that I had that I didn't put within it yet. You know, so there may be a part 8 coming. I don't know. I don't really want to hold myself to that. If it's put on my spirit to continue it, then I will do that. If not, I'm just going to continue to be led by the Spirit, because for right now, this is what he's wanting me to bring forth, okay? Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy, all right? He brought you Gentiles over here to destroy us, okay? And there was a reason for that. So that series, that playlist is very important. You should go listen to it. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall revile against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Most High, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Most High. All right? So, there you have that. Give me a second. Now we're going to jump over to Isaiah 54. This is going to be exactly the same thing, so you know that this is within the so-called Holy Bible. Isaiah 54:13 through 17. So let's see. Specify. Exactly the same thing, okay? All right? And all thy children shall be taught of the Most High. All right? And great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness thou shalt be established, and thou shalt be far from oppression. For thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Behold, they shall gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Most High, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Most High. All right? Now we're going to jump over to 1 Nephi. Let's go 1 Nephi chapter 17. Start at verse 33. Alright. And now, do ye suppose that the children of this land, who were in the land of promise, who were driven out by our fathers, do ye suppose that they were righteous? Behold, I say unto you, nay. What is this saying? What is this verse saying? It's asking a question, and he's saying, do you suppose? Do you think that the people like the Canaanites that were in the Promised Land, that the Israelites came to clear out? Do you suppose that these Canaanites and these previous people that were in the Promised Land, do you suppose that they were righteous? Behold, I say unto you, nay. Okay? Do you suppose that our fathers would have been more choice than they if they had been righteous? I say unto you, nay. Behold, the Most High esteemeth all flesh in one. He that is righteous is favored of the Most High. So basically he's saying that it don't matter what color you are. It don't matter what nationality you are. In the eyes of the Most High, if you choose to serve him with your whole heart, your whole being, then you are righteous and you are favored of him. Okay? So our people need to stop pushing this doctrine that the Father ain't working with no Gentiles and the Father doesn't love any Gentiles. That's not true. Because this clearly tells you, and we can find it throughout the so-called Holy Bible, that those who do the commandments of the Most High are loved by the Most High. Those that do the commandments of so-called Jesus are loved of Jesus and his Father, okay? So let's stop with this doctrine pushing that no Gentiles can be favored of the Most High, because that's a lie. All right, so that's another thing that was in my spirit to say, because we need to quit saying that. And I say we because I've made the mistake of saying it before. All right. Behold, the Most High esteemeth all flesh in one. He that is righteous is favored of the Most High. But behold, this people had rejected every word of the Most High, and they were ripe in iniquity, and the fullness of the wrath of the Most High was upon them. And the Most High did curse the land against them, and blessed it unto our fathers. Yea, he did curse it against them unto their destruction, and he did bless it unto our fathers unto their obtaining power over it. Okay? And behold, the Most High hath created the earth that it should be inhabited, and he hath created his children that they should possess it. And he raises up a righteous nation, and destroyeth the nations of the wicked. And he leadeth away the righteous into precious lands, and the wicked he destroyeth, and curses the land unto them for their sakes. He ruleth high in the heavens, for it is his throne, and this earth is his footstool. And he loveth those who will have him to be their power. He loveth those who will have him to be their power. Behold, he loved our fathers, and he covenanted with them, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he remembered the covenants which he had made, wherefore he did bring them out of the land of Egypt. And he did straighten them in the wilderness with his rod, for they hardened their hearts, even as ye have, and the Most High straightened them because of their iniquity. He sent fiery flying serpents, fiery flying serpents among them, and after they were bitten, he prepared a way that they might be healed, and the labor which they had to perform was to look, and because of the simpleness of the way, or the easiness of it, there were many who perished. Wow. Hold on a minute. That's deep. Hold up. There's something hidden there. There's something there that they're not saying. Like what it is they actually had to do. Let's see. He prepared a way that they might be healed. And the labor which they had to perform was to look. Okay, that's what the Bible says, that all they had to do was look upon the golden staff. All they had to do was look upon the golden serpent, and all of a sudden they'll be healed. And because of the simpleness of the way, or the easiness of it, there were many who perished. Wow. So they were, bro. What? Hold on a minute. Let me go ahead and click on this hyperlink here. me just a second. Let me find out something. This is 1 17. Actually, I didn't even need the Wi-Fi on mine. I don't know why I did that. Okay, let's see. Alright, this is 1 Nephi 17. Because it's not giving me my precepts on the computer. So, let's see. Yeah, okay. 41. Okay. Okay, I need to see if I can find this scripture, because I don't know where this is at. Oh, okay. So this is... Okay, now I'm going to read it in Alma 33, because this is giving us a little bit more understanding of what that meant. Alright, so... Okay, I'm going to start at verse 19. Alma 33, verse 19. Behold, he was spoken of by Moses. Yeah, and behold, a type was raised up in the wilderness, that whosoever would look upon it might live. And many did look and live. But they also had to believe, and that's the part that was left out of the King James Version. We're about to get that understanding now. But few understood the meaning of those things, and this because of the hardness of their hearts. But there were many who were so hardened that they would not look. Therefore they perished. Now the reason they would not look is because they did not believe that it would heal them. O my brethren, if ye could be healed by merely casting about your eyes, that ye might be healed, would ye not behold quickly? Or would ye rather harden your hearts in unbelief and be slothful, that ye would not cast about your eyes, that ye might perish? And if so, woe shall come upon you. But if not so, then cast about your eyes and begin to believe in the Son of the Most High, that he will come to redeem his people, and that he shall suffer and die to atone for... What? Now, this is a lie that they injected in here. He did not suffer and die to atone for anybody's sins. That's blasphemy. So they slipped in a blasphemous lie here, but we gonna call that out. All right. Let's see. According to and let me go ahead and skip that. Which shall bring the pass to the resurrection, that all men shall stand before him to be judged at the last and judgment day according to their works. And now, my brethren, I desire that ye shall plant this word in your hearts, and as it beginning to swell, even so nourish it by your faith. And behold, it will become a tree springing up in you unto everlasting life. And then may the Most High grant unto you that your burdens may be light through the joy of his Son. And even all this can ye do if ye will. Okay? So give me just a second. No, this was not even in my notes. I'm just flowing by the Spirit. Alright, I'm on 37, 46. Okay, and this is Alma, chapter 37, verses 46 through 47. O my son, do not let us be slothful because of the easiness of the way. For so it was with our fathers, for so it prepared for them, that if they will look, they might live. Even so it with us. The way is prepared, and if we will look, we may live forever. So it's basically looking after the spirit that the Most High said he will send to us, that Yahusha sent to us. That this is what we are to look to. This is what we are to lean upon, and this is what we are to believe in. And see, that is exactly the same way like he's breaking it down here. If you don't believe that Yahusha sent us the Spirit, the set apart Spirit, for us to be led by, and you truly believe that you gotta depend on written words in pages of books, you truly believe that you gotta depend on a pastor or a moray or a bishop or someone in authority over you. If you really believe that you gotta put your trust and faith in your so-called government and all of these things, this is where you putting your trust and your faith in, and you're not looking to the set apart Spirit, you're not looking to the Most High Almighty, you're not being led by that set apart Spirit that will lead you to the Most High Almighty. Because even though you may think that you serving the Most High Almighty, you weren't led to that God by the Spirit that Yahusha said he would send us. You were led to that God by passed down information for generations and generations and generations. Okay? And you never broke the spell. So you are basically holding on to the traditions of your forefathers. You're holding on to the traditions of your parents and their parents and their parents and their parents. All right? So for generations and generations, we were taught our God. Okay? You never went outside of that to seek for the Most High Almighty, who was outside of the constructed, created God that you were taught to believe in. Okay? So we are to look to the set-apart Spirit. We are to be led by that set-apart Spirit. And those of us that are led by that set-apart Spirit, this is what we look to. We look and say, if we come across information that does not line up with what the Most High said in the beginning, if there is deviation from that in the slightest bit, then there is a problem. Then there is a lie that is injected somewhere. And we are the ones that will diligently seek after the truth of the Most High. And we are those that will literally change our flesh to follow after the righteous ways of the Lamb that the Most High sent to the earth to teach us his righteous ways. Okay? It's simple. But it's not simple, all right? You literally have to change your ways and follow the ways of the Messiah, of the Good Shepherd, okay? You can't just hold on to beliefs that you were handed down, all right? So give me a second. All right. Going back to 1 Nephi 17. Okay. 1 Nephi 17:33. Alright. Yeah, I already read that. Okay. Okay, I'm continuing to... Did I read? Oh yeah, I did read all of this. Okay. And we got that understanding of the serpent. So, okay. Alright, let me go ahead and go on to 43. This is 1 Nephi 17, starting at verse 43. And now after these things, the time has come that they have become wicked, nearly unto ripeness, and I know not, but they are at this day about to be destroyed. For I know that the day must surely come that they must be destroyed, save a few only, who shall be led away into captivity. Now this is talking about the destruction of Israel, okay? Of the Most High's chosen people that were given the promised land, all right? We were given the promised land, but we didn't keep our end of the deal, all right? We were wicked and we were killing the Father's creation. And this is why we were sent into captivity time and time and time again, okay?